everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome to Overwatch.
Oh, wait, oh, no, got you.
Are we
All
doing
right, I am good.
quick play, arcade, 3v3 lockout, what?
Oh, he's so cool, and I like him, and whoa, this game, it looks so fun, and I'm playing with other people, and my friends joined, yeah, I'm having fun, yeah. What did they do? This was a genre-shaking, community-building, creatively rich game. This is a worse version of that game with a battle pass. What's funny is I remember that this game was praised for its lack of predatory monetization tactics when it was released. What? A $60 game that doesn't ask me for more money to get new characters or equipment? How fucking novel. If you were gonna spend money, all you could even buy were loot boxes, and all those had in them were cosmetics. But loot boxes were so easy to get, if you wanted an item, the chances were you could get it with just a little bit of grinding. In a lot of other games, loot boxes had equipment with ridiculously low drop rates, and it ended up being kind of like a game of blackjack, except each player was working with a different deck, each of which is missing a few different cards unless they're one of those guys who blows hundreds of dollars on in-game currency. They get the full deck. So, after setting the bar higher than any other AAA studio was willing to even aim for, they decide to sink down to the level of one of the most predatory forms of monetization ever conceived, and now Overwatch has a battle pass, a skin store, and the new heroes are paywalled. Where the first Overwatch would only ask you to play the game, which you were gonna do anyway, in order to get the shit that you wanted, Overwatch 2 asks you for $20. In 2016, the first-person shooter genre was Call of Duty and Call of Duty knockoffs. It was samey, bland gameplay they slapped a new cover on every year. Then, Overwatch shows up and blows every other game out of the water. Team play was heavily emphasized, and your ability to strategize with other players was arguably the most important factor in deciding your victory. Will you all push in at the same time and engage the enemy in a firefight as you take the point or push the payload? Or will you all run in willy-nilly and get picked off like dickheads? The emphasis on mobile objectives also made sure that a game didn't start feeling stale as opposed to sprinting around the same corridors of a Chuck E. Cheese jungle gym for 10 minutes. So, after establishing a game that was just inherently more fun than any of your other competitors, for what fucking reason could you have to monkey around with it, huh? Why monkey on it? Was it just to justify an otherwise pointless sequel? Because what you actually did is just make every aspect of the game unbalanced. You fucking monkeyed it. Changing the team size from 5 to 6 means that tanks are going to get hard-focused in role queue matches, making them less fun to play, and in open queue, you've done more harm than good in incentivizing players to pick a balanced selection of classes. Talking aesthetics, this look is just iconic, especially when placed next to the many games that released alongside it in 2016, and some today, that have full rosters of characters that all just look like extras from the set of American Sniper. But Overwatch's visual identity was important to gameplay as well. In Overwatch, thanks to the design of the characters and the maps, you could actually see an enemy and then you'd start shooting at each other. In Black Ops 3, the gameplay loop was more like running around a Counter-Strike parkour map until the gray smear that's been on your screen for a quarter of a second kills you. Overwatch also just made itself much more approachable with the implementation of sprays, voice lines, and emotes. It all added to a much more lighthearted atmosphere that made it easy to have fun. The only way that they fuck this part up is by effectively forcing players to pay for skins and other items now. I've kind of been preaching about how original this game was, and some neckbeard is probably thinking,
oh yeah, well, did you know it's just a TF2 copy?
Yeah, I fucking know. Then TF2 is fucking awesome. I haven't actually gotten the chance to play TF2, but I can tell you it has way more appeal than this. And what's even better is there are a number of games that are taking a more stylized approach thanks to Overwatch and TF2. While these games both have more cartoonish art styles, they're both very distinct, especially when compared to the competition. I do want to clarify, I don't think this is the most innovative game of our lifetime, but I do think it's a lot more original than this shit. So now it's time for a little bit of context. I started playing Overwatch just after the first Summer Games event. This was when there was no limit to how many of one character could be on a team in quick play, when the hero gallery looked like this, before there was an arcade, and before Blizzard killed this game and shat on its corpse. And since I've followed this game since practically the beginning, it's become pretty important to me. It helped me make friends and spend time with them, and the broader online Overwatch community was really fun to follow and be a part of, even though I didn't really participate. I'm kind of like this guy. I don't shitpost or talk, but watching this guy be a fucking nutcase, it made me feel like I was a part of a community, which was a painfully sparse thing in my childhood. So it was really special to me, and the fall of Overwatch hit me pretty hard. Beyond botching the gameplay, they just killed my enthusiasm for this franchise. When heroes and maps were announced, I was excited. When event modes and skins were announced, I was excited. Now they announce something and you gotta look at your wallet like, oh, fuck this game. All this considered, the potential of the co-op PvE is what I was excited for when Overwatch 2 was announced, and it's what I'm looking forward to now. They may have trashed the main game, but I'm sure this is gonna be fun. What the fuck? What the fuck? There was only one reason why anyone gave a shit about this game in the first place. That's why people looked the other way when you fucked the PvP. This was the only justification for a sequel. You took this guy out back and you blew his brains out just to give us a worse game. Why would you ruin this thing? It was so cool. I don't understand. Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense. Carry on.